Him. Okay. So. Hello. Welcome to the cafe. I, as always, am your host, Dr. Lampwick. It's good to see everybody. Hello, hello. Hold on, I'm making a note for myself. Hello, Oceanus. Welcome, welcome. I am sorry that you ate the tendies of impending stomach disaster. Well, you have to think about chicken tendies have other aspects to them, including the oil that they were probably fried in, the breading, all of that can affect. Also, welcome, Lily. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I went on a 90s music binge earlier. Well, 90s and 2000s. Honestly, anywhere from like 1990 to 2000, like the 2010s. I'll go on like a binge every so often. I'll listen to all the songs I used to listen to as an edgy teenager, you know? Songs that I ironically and or unironically love. / songs that have grown on me, you know, over the years. You never got to see my edgy teenager phase, Lily. You were too young. Well, yeah, like I said, it's probably either the breading or the oil that they fry it in before they freeze it. I assume they were frozen chicken tenders. You grew up in kind of a different atmosphere, Lily. You didn't have, I don't know. I don't remember you having much of an emo phase at all. Well, yeah, I mean, I still have all the vestiges of my phase. Oh. Hello, Decaf. Welcome in. Surprise, Decaf, indeed. Except I saw you redeem the thing like a few seconds before it actually played, so it wasn't a surprise to me, but I'm supposed to be standing over all of this and seeing, so. Good stuff, good stuff. So I was listening to, I went through a music binge earlier where I was listening to a bunch of like songs from the 90s and 90s to the 2010s, you know, all the music I used to listen to growing up. And I had this thought that I think my generation, like my age group, So that'd be millennials. I'm pretty solidly in millennial territory. But my generation seems to have this like weird obsession with nostalgia. And I know that every generation has some nostalgia for like when they were younger, because like you think back to when you were a kid and there are just aspects of your life that aspects of your childhood life that you'll never get back. You sometimes wish you could. However, millennials are sitting in this weird place where the world changed so much around us, and we changed a lot as well. Hello, Myth. Welcome in. I'm talking about nostalgia. We changed so much as well, millennials that is, that we so many millennials didn't want to grow up, right? And they kind of passed that on to Gen Z too, and Gen Z just didn't grow up in a lot of cases. And Gen Alpha's just cooked. I'm somewhat kidding, but anyway. But millennials, they're just obsessed with nostalgia. Everything was better back in, the 90s and the early 2000s and stuff like that, When the reality is like every time period has its own ups and downs, right? But for some reason, my generation seems to just... They seem to have this weird idea that if you can't have what you had, what you had when you were younger, you just don't grow up. Like, I don't know. It's this weird sense of like entitlement and pride where it's like, oh, well, I wasn't handed a good world. So, I'm just going to like cross my arms and huff and be like, okay, well, I'm not going to grow up. I'm not going to participate, I don't, does that make any sense? I was just thinking about that. No, you're right, Decaf. But at the same time, every generation to an extent has watched things get worse and worse. That's biblical, right? That's just how time goes biblically, right? Every generation has watched a steady decline in some way, shape, or form. It's not unique to us. We're just in the part of it where the evil is becoming more and more and more overt, right? So we think there's more of it than, we think that it's unique. It's not unique, right? There's nothing new under the sun. We're just in that weird time where it's all just coming out into the open, and there's less and less good and true things to rein it in. Does that make sense? The Greek roots of nostalgia is nostos, to return home, and algos, grief or pain, literally the pain of returning home. See, it's like the Odyssey, that would be a very nostalgic story. Once again, Myth, I'm coming from a perspective of, I believe that there are cycles of history, right? Yeah, Lily, that's what I'm trying to say. There are cycles of history, right? Because each generation has its own part of the cycle, right? There's the rise, the golden age, and then the decline, right? And I'm not talking about like empires and governments, I'm just talking about humanity, right? Because if you think about it, that's what's been happening. The Bible shows us this, right? The Bible shows us this. It's the same cycle as that Israel goes through in the Bible, in the Old Testament, right? It rises, it becomes strong. They go in and conquer Canaan, the promised land. Then you have the golden age under kings like David and Solomon. And then you have the decline. You have a bit of a restoration later on. And then you have the 400 years of silence before Jesus comes on the scene. And we just keep going through these cycles of history. And I think that one of the things about the millennials, my generation, right, is we're just in the part of that historical cycle. Exactly, Myth. Exactly. We're just in the part of the historical cycle where we're seeing evil become more and more prevalent. And we have to deal with that, right? But we don't want to deal with it because so many millennials feel like we were handed like a raw deal, which in some ways we were. I would agree with that. But we have to take responsibility for the world we're handed, regardless of whether or not it's fair, right? So we can't fold our arms and refuse to fix things just because we feel like we were handed a raw deal. We need to take responsibility. And change starts small, right? It starts in the family. It starts in your home. It starts in the church, you know? Okay, Decaf, I'm reading your message. That's also true, Lily. Yeah, that's very true. Let's see. Yeah, I would tend to agree with that, Decaf. I'm just saying that, like, that happens in every generation to an extent. Broom riding, office quoting millennials. Yeah. I mentioned that on stream last night. I never could get into The Office. I really don't like sitcoms. We were born too late for a great housing market and economy, and now we're suffering the consequences of the generation before us being stubborn and change the way and adapt. Yes, and I agree with that. We are suffering under... we are suffering under some of the previous generation's choices, but that doesn't mean we get to also make bad choices and, refuse to grow up and deal with it, basically. Each generation has to take responsibility for itself, right? That's just biblical. I don't know. The millennials just seem to have, like I said, this escapist nostalgia. I'll put it that way. This escapist nostalgia that makes us want to just like bury ourselves in the sand of what used to be so that we don't have to deal with what's in front of us. And that's my problem, right? That's my real issue with my generation and how we tend to deal with things. And I'm squarely inside that too. I'm preaching to the choir, right? Let's see. We're all going to feel like King Theoden's lesser sons of greater sires, but in that sense we should act like mature. Absolutely myth. 100% and based Tolkien quote. Used in context and good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, yeah, what I'm not saying, Decaf, is I'm not saying we get rid of the past, right? I think to an extent, some nostalgia is good. But what I'm railing against, which I just explained, what I'm railing against is this bury your head in the sand of nostalgia mentality, where you just try and like immerse yourself so fully in nostalgia that you don't have to deal with the problems right in front of you. There's a balance between enjoying the past and desiring it to our detriment. 100%, Lily. That is exactly the point. That is exactly the point. Yes, absolutely, Decaf. And they make a lot of decisions that really... it's a childish thing, right? Hello, Wolf. Welcome in. Also, I forgot which GIF I'd put in my meme picture frame back there for the stream, because I put it in there last night. I forgot which GIF it was, and I'm talking about all this serious stuff while that's freaking in the background. Welcome to a Lampwick stream, guys. This is how it goes. Okay. Yes, I understand. GIF is peanut butter. GIF is graphical interchange format. I say it both ways. I'm sorry. Almost anything that has two different ways to say it, I will say it both of the ways. I don't know why I do that, but I do. I may get to the game a little earlier today. I always say that. Not always, but I say that a lot. Just because I do have to like make dinner. Though I've already prepped all the stuff for dinner, so it's gonna go really fast. But I can't play for super long today. There's a verse in Ecclesiastes about that. Ecclesiastes 7:10 says, why were the former days better than these? For it is not from wisdom that you ask this. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Okay, you're right. I don't say giraffics. Yes, you say graphics. I understand. I would love that, Decaf. I would love that. I'm totally down. As a Gen Z fella. You're Gen Z, Myth? I thought you were around my age. Are you like earlier Gen Z? I'm just trying my best to beat back the nasty and survive the best I can. Fight hard and love just as well. It doesn't make me wish I could stop paying into social. Granted. Same. But good mindset, Myth. I got to roast in the crock pot because I want to make it about very nice. Excellent planning, Wolf. I just got a new onigiri mold. Japanese rice balls, for those who don't know what onigiri is. I just got new onigiri molds the other day, so I'm using those tonight. We're gonna make teriyaki chicken rice balls for dinner. Oh, you're in your 20s? Dang. You speak as a man with much wisdom, and I just assumed you were around my age, to be honest. Gen Z is in a weird place where they know something's wrong, but they don't know exactly what. Exactly, yeah. Well, a lot of them, here's the thing. A lot of them do know what is wrong, but they don't necessarily want to deal with it. I am technically a tail-end millennial. Not as much as my wife is. But yeah, we're tail-end millennials. Onigiri is fun. The main thing is that, Wolf, you'd be a millennial then. Like barely there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, Myth. She isn't a millennial? Oh no, I was misremembering what age my wife is. So she's like right like there on the line between millennial and Gen Z then. Like early Gen Z. Huh, okay. Most things that I see say that Gen Z or millennial ends at 1996. 1996 is like the cutoff year for millennial. Most lists and different things that I see cut off millennial at 1996. That's what I see. Onigiri is in fact the bomb. Yeah, I cannot do the hand thing to make them. So yeah, I need a mold. Gen Z is 1997 to 2012. Okay. That's really weird because I started college in 2014. It's been almost 9 years since I finished college. And that's another weird thing to think about. Yeah. My younger brother just got engaged a few months ago. He was born in 98. He's a few years younger than me. Bro's getting married, hopefully soon. I don't think they have a date pinned down yet, but early next year. And I can't believe that. I mean, he's been my baby brother for, all my life, right? And it's just insane to think about. He's tying the knot. What's funny too is he's a more mature and better man than I am. But somehow I managed to snag a girl first. And here's the thing too, funny story. Well, not everyone's lucky enough to find someone early. Me and my wife were, and I'll explain. I was the first one in my family to get married. I'm one of eight kids, right? I was the very first one in my family to get married. My older brother, my older sister are still single. And my wife was the first girl in her family to get married. She's one of 9. And she's one of the younger ones. But she was the first girl in her family to get married. She had 2 older brothers who were married before we got married. So that was kind of a whole thing where her dad wanted his daughters to be married, but he wasn't really prepared for what that actually looked like at first. But we hashed everything out pretty quickly. You don't have to worry, Lily. Everything in its time for each person. God gives us each our portions in its proper time. But yeah, me and my wife got married at 22. I mean, that's a pretty good smattering, Decaf. Pretty good, spread there. Trust, Myth, trust. I just saw news yesterday on Twitter of another pretty high profile Christian streamer just got engaged. They've been dropping like flies lately, and I love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Trust. I know you're not the type to get all doomer on me, Myth, but it's tempting, and I understand that. Yeah, that's very true, Lily. That's very true. Maybe? That's not for me to say. There's this one streamer from New Zealand, and he became really famous on social media because he's just like a super duper chill guy, and he does woodworking. That's what he does. And he's like super chill, very kind. Everyone loves him because of that. Really soft spoken. But he's got the New Zealand accent, right? If you were gonna stream, maybe you could stream your blacksmithing. I know that'd be hard to stream because of the ting ting ting, the metal sounds, but I feel like people would love that. Well, I'm glad you didn't, Decaf. Praise the Lord for that. Praise the Lord for that. Decaf, you were saying earlier about like joining a voice call at some point. I don't think I've heard your voice before. Obviously, we haven't known each other for like a long time at this point, but like, I don't know. I feel like I've gotten to know you and Wolf pretty well. You guys have been pretty consistent coming to the streams and being there when Moth is here and stuff like that. You do what you got to do, Wolf. You know I'm not gonna fault you for that. Your family comes before some random freaking streamer, some dumb lamp guy. Yeah, Myth. There's something to be said for that. I think it's easier to find someone with whom you can share your life than some people want to say. But I do know that it's not just like going, it's not just like, it's not as easy as like a Disney movie, I understand that. Children. I should put that on a shirt. Some people need that reminder. Yeah, that makes sense, Myth. Hey, maybe if you ever get a woman, she can babysit and read chat while you're doing the stuff, right? Oh, Lily said, quote, your family matters more than some random freaking streamer. Put that on a t-shirt. Some people need a reminder that they have other responsibilities besides watching streamers. What was weird about that statement, Oceanus? Okay, Lily, you're talking about good Disney movies from back in the day. That's true. That was the order of events we were talking about earlier, wasn't it? Yeah, you're gonna have to figure that one out, dude. Wolf, I'm curious about something. If do you find it like attractive or attracting when specifically Decaf, your husband, is possessive of you? Like you're his wife, his woman, you like, is that like, do you like that, or is that kind of like a, oh, I wish you wouldn't say that or whatever? I'm just curious. Okay. Understandable, Myth. Because my wife does like it, but not. It has to be in the right context. Well, no, I think she just likes it. I don't think there's a point at which she doesn't. Oh, I was asking Wolf a question about whether or not she likes it when you get possessive of her, like calling her like your wife, your woman, that stuff like that. Welcome, Renai. Welcome. I knew you've been very busy lately, brother. I hope you're doing all right. VOD check, preserve the streak. Let's go. Well, hope you're doing all right in the midst of that. Is it mostly like work or just like life in general? Also, I watched like the first half of your sermon that you sent me. I have yet to finish it, but so far, very good. I mean, completely understandable, decaf. Okay. Okay. I mean, obviously, Renai, I wasn't like surprised by what you said necessarily because I was there for a lot of the initial like prep for it. But you know, I didn't get to like hear a lot of the final product because that was right around when VBS was happening. So okay, so decaf and myth. I do not have the money for it right now, but it is in my mind once I have a job again and pay off some other stuff to get myself a handgun. I have an AR. I have an AR-15. But I want to get myself a handgun. What would be a good like mid-range priced one that's like a good like model or whatever? I don't know much about guns, I'm sorry. Okay. Because I don't know much. Like obviously you have like your 9mm, your 22s. You know, I'm mostly thinking this for home defense. So, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because I've had my AR for years now, but I've never been to a range to shoot it. Because ironically, there aren't any gun ranges nearby where I could go and shoot. But I say ironically because of where I live. But yeah, so I've never been to a gun range, but I really want to go and shoot. Because I really need to learn how to use my AR. I mean, I know how to load it. I know how to, you know, prime it. I know how to, you know, take it off safety real fast because I practiced that so that I would be able to use it when I needed to, but I've never actually shot it. So, because there were rules about Full Metal Jacket ammo, and that was the ammo that was cheapest to get when we bought ammo for it years and years ago. Well, that's another thing, Myth, is whatever handgun I get, I would want to carry. I would want to be able to carry it. Sig makes great. I'll try and remember that. Because obviously you hear a lot of different things, you know, from different people because everyone has their own opinions on just about anything, right? I'm just like, I want a mid-range, like, the main thing is, like, I want it to be a good product, right? That's not going to fail me in a situation where I really need it to work. But I also can't be paying out the nose for it, you know? JB wants a handgun specifically because I already have a gun. I just want a handgun that I can carry with me. It's getting dangerous out there, folks. I wanna be able to defend myself and my wife and the people around me if the situation ever requires it. Hold on, Myth. I'm gonna actually just take a picture of that chat, and I'll look at it later when I actually. Like I said, all of this is contingent on me getting a new job and being able to afford a new gun. Because right now I definitely can't. I am still paying off medical bills from last July, so. When I almost died. Good to know. Hey, Bundle, welcome in. Put down the Krispy Kreme, Serpico. That was actually a W reference. Ghost Stories for the win. Listen, I'm young and impressionable in the world of firearms, Oceanus. You could have really screwed me over there. I'm just kidding. I would talk to people who are more knowledgeable before and do my own research before I went and bought something. I'm not entirely stupid. I was watching a Wendigoon video yesterday, and he starts, because he was talking about, like, you know, not being, he was talking about the Oklahoma City bomber, right? That was what the whole video was about. And he was like, you know, now, disclaimer, I'm for the Second Amendment, right? And he starts just, like, pulling out his guns and showing them on camera. And he only pulls 3 of them, but I know for a fact that he has, like, a rack of guns, like, somewhere in the background. And I'm like, man, this is what I aspire to. Good Christian, good content creator, lot of guns. All right, Myth. I'll keep that in mind for when I'm in the market. Run like a big black cat is chasing you. At least he's not racist. The dub for that show is so cursed. Yeah, I don't want that, but I want options, if that makes sense. My wife actually, so we have the AR, but she came into the marriage with a shotgun. I can't remember what kind of shotgun. She hasn't pulled it out in a while, but she has gone shooting. She's gone shooting, like, what do you call it? When you shoot the clay pigeons, what do you call that? See, Bundle, I recently heard that, like, a lot of the story of why that is the way it is, the Ghost Stories dub, is actually fake. So I'm gonna have to actually do some research on that to, like, get the real story. Skeet shooting, that's it. Yeah. So she's gone skeet shooting, and it was her dad that bought her the gun years and years ago. Yeah. Out of context, that's it. That's still funny. Yeah, but so she's gone skeet shooting and stuff, but I've never been to a range or gone skeet shooting. So I used to do airsoft. That was the closest I've ever come. Okay, here's the thing, Myth. Full Metal Panic, it doesn't even have the excuse of the voice actors, like, trying to be unhinged. Full Metal Panic, it's just unhinged. And it's hilarious. Oh, on that note, hold on. There's a meme I want to pull up here. Let's see. Where is it? Here it is. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so I've heard a different story, Bundle. That might be the actual real story, what you're saying. I've heard a different one. Anyway, this is the meme. Look at this nonsense. That is a terrible time slot for any show, much less a kid's show. Yeah, I freaking love this meme so much. I don't understand this trilogy at all. Decaf, once again, I'm not totally stupid. I have some common sense. If that was the case, I'd be going out and buying like a Deagle or something like that, right? I don't know what that means, Bundle, but more power to you. That's really funny, Myth. Oceanus was trying to gaslight me about Caltech a minute ago. Why? Just because they want to see the gun, or like what? I mean, I know that the Deagle is like very high powered, but like it's kind of a meme gun, isn't it? Once again, I'm sorry, I don't know much about guns. I really don't. I see. Saudi prince is still living like it's the 1300s. Trying to show off their personal guard or whatever. Whatever the 50 Beowulf is, that is a freaking amazing name for a gun. Anything with the name Beowulf, I mean, come on. What's like the what do you call it? The Barrett 50 cal? Is like it's an anti-material rifle, right? But they were like, hey, what if we take this anti-material round and made it an anti-infantry and put it in an anti-infantry gun? Because we can. I love the whole bunny episode in Ghost Stories, Oceanus. Oh my gosh, I'm having to fight so hard not to quote some of that episode, because I should not quote it on stream or honestly at all. But gosh, it's so funny though. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's one of the lines, honestly, Oceanus, that I see like making the rounds the most often, is that one. Here's the thing, Bundle. That line is hilarious from the Ghost Stories dub. It becomes more true as time goes on, though. I follow this guy on Instagram, and his whole thing is shooting different guns, different like sized rounds through a certain amount of objects to see how many of that object it will take to stop the round. And he always ends with a Barrett 50 cal. And he's got a ballistic gel dummy. He's got a ballistic gel dummy, like on the other end of all of the items to see if it will like protect him. And he has a name for it. I can't remember what it is though. Fred. It's Fred. And he's like, so he'll check after he shoots each round in ascending order. He'll check like, is Fred okay? Okay, Fred's okay. Or you guys are speaking a different language now. Based. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know. Okay, but a 5-pound gummy bear basically is made of ballistic jelly. I'm sure you have, Bundle. Yeah, 5-pound gummy bears are a thing that exists, and I don't know how to feel about that still. Hold on, I'm gonna look up 8.6 blackout. Oh, good golly. Oh, goodness. Subsonic round. Dang. Goodness gracious. Meownos. Why? Because it'll like what's the word I'm looking for? It'll break into pieces and like go everywhere. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. Why can't I think of the word? Oh my gosh. Thanios. Fragmentage. See, I could have used that word, but there was a different word I was thinking about, and I can't think of it. That feels bad that he's using it to hunt animals, but like, I get it. Just because, like, you really need that? Then again, the elephant gun exists, and it's been around for a long time, so... Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Myth. If something is moving that fast, the chance of a ricochet goes up. Because all of that momentum has to go somewhere. Well, obviously, there's a subset of people, Bundle, who find your insanity at least endearing enough to watch you. So, you know, that was meant to be a compliment. I don't know why that sounded so insulting. It's a pretty slow round. Interesting. So is it just like the material it's made of or what? I'll read your response when I get back. I'm going to go use the restroom real quick, and then I'm probably going to start the game. Be right back, guys. I back. Eh. Good luck in the second oven. Hopefully this one cools down pretty fast. Okay, I'm booting the game. Wait, there's an ad playing in 6 minutes. That's fine. I'll sit at my base, letting stuff happen when the ad happens. Huh. Interesting. Abraham Lincoln was a greatest fighter. I have learned some about Abraham Lincoln, and yeah. All right. This might take a minute to load. There we go. Wait. Oh, there we go. Oh. Take a minute for the textures to load. Oh, why am I in the floor? Heck. Dun, 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 dun. Apparently there was a raid on the base at some point. I was not here for it. But it seems like no one was incapacitated. Okay. Let's see. Nothing too crazy. Oh. I don't remember what else I was trying to cook up over here. I am playing PvE. There are PvE raids that you can toggle on and off. Where, like, random factions or pals, like enemy pals, will raid your base. I am not trying to cook up meth. Walter Lampwick. That's not even close. Okay, so I've got my capture team queued up here. My current capture team. It might change. But I think I'm going to go and send an expedition out. So that's happening in the background while I explore. I don't think there was anything I needed to queue up back here at the base. Fish is almost ready. Let's see here. 2 minutes before the ad. We'll make some more sorlite. Just so that's going on. I did say I would check out the arena, so we may do that. Though a lot of my strong pals are probably going on the expedition. But I do want to check it out and see what it's all about. Because I've never really interacted with it. Okay. Let's see. Where is the arena? Not there. Which island is it? Can't remember. Arena entrance. There it is. Depends on the cat, I suppose. Okay. Are there any items I want to make? How many spheres do I have? I got enough spheres. I'm going to be using mostly these 2 levels, I think, in Fabric, which is where I'm going to be exploring. All right. I think I'm good on saddles. Okay. Okay. We are going to go to the arena entrance and check that out. Some of the permanent upgrades you can buy with the little arena tickets that you get are going to be necessary. If not necessary, at least nice. These implants is what I'm talking about. You need 50 for each, and I really don't know how many you get per match. Interesting. Okay. So I get 5 tickets for a bronze rank. Okay, interesting. I don't really have really good pals for this at the moment. Well, they're all pretty low levels, so. Oh, goodness. The lag. All right. Cool. Well, what am I doing over there in the corner? Dang. So I have much stronger pals than this. But it doesn't look like I'll need them just yet. What does a silver rank opponent look like? Okay, level 30. All right. Maybe I should use one of my actual guns. Yeah, a lot of my pals have like beam moves that they like to spam, so. Nope. Level 40, this one might actually last a minute. I take it back. I'm trying to get this team higher level because I have a team of pals who are all like max level. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them are max level. They're probably on the expedition right now. So platinum would be level 50. So my pals are in the diamond range. So level 50 might be closer to a fair fight. Part of the issue with Wyvernus, my Adriel on there, the flying one, is he does not have a lot of health or defense. I need to upgrade that. The Orzerk is surprising. Orzerk is down. Ow. Okay. Do I win? What did the rules say? Do I win early if I get the... if I defeat the other tamer? Yeah, knock out the opposing tamer to win. Okay. Okay, so diamond is the rank that most of my pals are in this particular party. So I'll focus in on trying to get the tamer, and hopefully my pals can hold their own. It's the wrong weapon for this guy. Where'd he go? There we go. His pal's kind of getting in the way. Almost got him. Pals are definitely having a harder time with this. Got it. Got him. They did take down one of my guys, though. That's the idea, Bundle. I'm trying to get better. I'm only doing this, though, for the implants. So I need, let's see, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350. I just need 350 to get all of these. And then maybe I'll get a hat or two. Though if I could get the charge rifle 3 schematic, that would also be cool. Because I am using the charge rifle, but I don't think I'm not like super invested in that. So right now I'm kind of riding on the first time rewards. The actual rewards for each level are not actually that fantastic. You know, I think Guardian did fine. He's also the only one that went down, though. We're actually doing pretty good. I missed. Took some hits there, but we actually did better that round. I'm going to use a lot of ammo. Okay, well, I know how it works now. I think I'll come back with my better team later. I kind of want this or this, but this would be weird on me. Yeah, I'll come back later with my A team. I just wanted to see what was up. Excuse me. Goodness. Well, I haven't tested them against the sun yet, but eventually.
What?
Not bad. Not bad. We'll do this one again. Wouldn't you like the smell of fish, though, Bundle? Okay, I gotta sell some of this crap because I'm gonna need my inventory pretty free. But we're gonna go ahead and go to Faybreak. Why are you shopping for clothes at the soup store? All right. Here we go then. We'll start here and we'll kind of make our way down. We'll fight bosses as we come across them and try and catch us some pals. I need to remember to use Guardian because his partner skill, nope, Guardian. His partner skill gives me a chance of encountering pals with the same passive, Diamond Body, which is pretty good. But I have other pals who have Diamond Body, so I don't absolutely need that. Hello, Omascule. What level of sphere do I need here? I think at least legendary. Get back here. You ain't getting away. Okay, legendary is good. Get back in there. Honestly, same myth. Ooh, another one. I don't necessarily need to catch those. That one, though. What? I don't want to catch that one. Oh, come on. Get out of my way. Omascule is a good pal because it increases the XP gain of your party. In. What is this? A Gloopy? I actually do need those. Gloopy is a part of my fishing team, so I need a more powerful one. Oh, surprised that worked, actually. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna stay on this beach forever if I catch every pal I see, but... Wait. Pulled sneaky on me. Get back in there. You better stay in there. Good. All right, since there is a boss Omascule over here and we were just fighting them, I'm gonna go and beat that first. Lucky me. Oop. I forgot. So the thing about Faybreak is that they have anti-air missile emplacements set up everywhere. So there are certain parts of the island that you cannot fly around in unless you want to get shot down. So if you guys see any anti-air missile emplacements, let me know so that I can go and destroy it. Gangler, I don't really need those. I've got a pretty good one of those. All right, so the boss Omascule should be over here. Getting the salvage is good because it can give you spheres and stuff like that. It's worth stopping to pick up every now and then. There's the big guy. Oh, he died from the fire. Dang it. They both died from the fire. That's okay. I caught up a bunch. It's happening again. I caught a bunch of them on the beach. Get sniped. You better stay in there. That's right. Got myself a Meemog. Got myself a random Meemog. Alright, beat that boss. I guess let's go up this way. I'm not going to be able to fly, I don't think. Did I accidentally run something over again? Sorry. Not really, though. Whoops, his friends were not happy about that. What the... Well, maybe you should learn decaf, because it's apparently going to keep happening. I love how I'm writing this cool, like, wyvern thing, but the sound it makes when you sprint is like a frog. Freaking funny. Whoops, I did it again. I'm literally committing vehicular pal slaughter right now. Palhicular pal slaughter. Apparently this thing moves so fast that it'll just ram into stuff and damage it. I did not know that. Anyway. Stay in there. If you get out of that sphere, I'm going to sick Wyvernus on you. That's what I thought. Well, Duolingo's behind the times, you know? Maybe they should add it. The only reason I'm even flying so close to the ground is because there's the freaking anti-air emplacement. If I could find the anti-air emplacement, I'd just take it out. Are we going to have to do this the hard way? Oh, goodness. The answer is apparently yes. Everyone has a beam. I missed. I love that I have a lever action laser rifle. I cannot tell you how happy that makes me. Stay in there. Mm-hmm. Don't make me do it. All right. Welcome back, Oshinas. The time for capturing will be over if you escape. One more. I warn you. That's what I thought. Oh, my inventory's full. This is bad. I might have to go back to base. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to base. Cucumbers are good. Scorched Hill. Well, I did just find a fast travel point, so. Yeah, Lily, it's like the Janissaries, you know, during the time of the Ottoman Empire. Either you come with me and become my slave warriors, or I kill you. I need an ice pal that stays awake overnight. Yes, and very similar to the Ottomans, I'm the one that started the war. Oh, does Vanworm is he a nocturnal pal? I didn't know that. I have one, or a few, I think. Dark and ice. Okay. Let's see here. Where would Vanworm be? I passed him somewhere along the way. There's the regular Van. Okay, here's the Vanworm Crest. Okay, I've got one. He's not very high level Frost, though. I definitely want higher level Frost than that. That's okay. Hello, Jen. Welcome, sir. Good to have you here. As much as I'd like for them to make more, that's very expensive because takes thermal cores. I'll go ahead and make some more of these. Very nice. I'm glad you get that opportunity. Well, I'm glad you got the opportunity to, you know, get out and about. But going back to a normal schedule is always nice. All right, let's see. I need to actually look at my party. So he's a dragon and a dark type. He's got quite a lot of options here. I think I've got... Yeah, I've got a couple of dark type fruits here that he could use. I got these from a boss. I've heard Ready or Not is good, but I'm not like into super tactical shooters, but that's just like a personal choice. So he's a neutral type, but he also does ground damage, which is nice. Also neutral type. I don't really want him doing Holy Burst though. Do I have a good ground type thing he could do? Rock Burst? I tend to agree, Myth. I'm going to put these purple ones in the other chest where they're supposed to go. Do I give my cat the ability to just blow himself the heck up as a as an attack? Because I could do that. She's mainly a dark type. Circe's also a dark type. Exploding kittens. That's right. Heck it, for the meme, I'm going to do it. The only problem with it is I'm pretty sure it incapacitates them. The fact that I still did it, you know. All right. I've got some sellable stuff here. All right, what I was at this eagle statue. I'm going to go up here. There's a couple of bosses it looks like on the way. You think the boss is on top of the giant shelf of rock?
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Good to know. Very technical language. Exploding kittens. I seem to be safe from the towers in here. Aha. This is one of the anti-air towers. I'm gonna take it out. Why are you fighting those ones over there? Yeah, in Palworld is going to become the new in Minecraft because of all the unhinged things you can do in this game. Oh, goodness. Wyvernus, what are you doing? Bro got distracted. My silly Gen Z son. Actually, you know what? He was born not that long ago, so it's probably Gen Alpha. Got no freaking attention span. All right, this area is now safe from missiles. Love it. All right, let's see here. I love how fast he is. There's a cat. She is just a cat. I have pretty high trust with all of these pals. I'm gonna raise our defense instead of using my trust ring. Ah! Get in there. I don't know, dude. I can't keep up with all this stuff. Oh, Oceanus, I also have no kids yet. I was talking about... I was being facetious in the game. I'm just chronically online. That's how I know these things. Oh, that's a good skill. Whoops. Except that it sets them on fire and that kills them. In spite of my mercy ring. Okay. I would love to have kids soon. Not exactly up to me, though. Or I should say not entirely up to me. Whee! A free fall into a dive is so freaking cool. This pal is very late game, but by this point, you know, I feel like I kind of deserve to have the fast, like, swoopy, cool pal. And even attack. Nice. Very nice. I need to catch one more of those to get the bonus. Okay, what's next? Do I go kind of around this way or do I go back up the middle? Well, he is fast and swoopy. Look at this. Woo! If that's not a swoop, I don't know what is. Oh, wow, she was ready to throw down. Angry. Winning. I like this gun. All right, just for the meme. Hold on. Okay. Rechristened. Also, boom. I didn't need to do that, but I did anyway. Remember, guys, if you point your gun at the pal that you're trying to catch while it's in the sphere waiting to be caught, it increases your chances of catching it. It doesn't actually, but it's kind of a placebo thing. It feels like it helps. Also, I don't know if you guys saw it, but one of the reasons that a Catress is so good, their partner skill, There's a 30% chance that you won't consume a pal sphere when thrown. You are entirely correct about that, Oceanus. I love my stupid freaking laser, not bolt action, lever action. I love this thing. Ooh, hello. I technically already have some of these because I hatched it out of an egg randomly, but it's the first time I've actually seen one in the wild. That's right. Correct. No, I've never shot a gun in real life. Not yet. But I would love to. I would freaking love to shoot a lever action. Absolutely adore lever action guns. So cool. I'm just going to catch this guy's pal real quick. Shouldn't have summoned it in front of me. Sucks to suck, dude. Alright, finish him off. I am apparently once again in an anti-air zone. I'm not very happy about it. I wonder if I could somehow outrun the missiles. I don't want to try because they'll definitely take out Fast and Swoopiest, but... Oh, see, about that, Mythgard, I'm already a cowboy because of the land of my birth, so... I'm immune to that bit. So I really should just have one as a matter of, like, personal pride. Based and yeehaw build. I would also love to shoot a bolt action. Freaking love bolt action too. Got it.
Yeah.
A Dazzy knocked. Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Nope. Ah. Sometimes it's a little hard to aim on the back of the pal.
Yeah.
Honestly, this thing shoots fast too.
Yeah.
Get back in. Did it just dodge my sphere? What the heck? Well, I can't leave you all alone. I'm bringing you with me because your whole family's with me. So
Yeah.
Gotta keep the family together. I think I'm gonna need to go back to the base again. There's the eagle statue. Fly for a second and go down. Free sphere on the ground. All right. Quick run back home to drop off all my garbage, and then I will keep my exploration going. Actually, I drank a bunch of liquids, so I need to pee real quick, but that won't take more than a bit. I also need to clean out my cup so it doesn't get gross. Oh. Sorry, I had to right my posture there. Okay. I don't remember where I got all these eggs. Not bad. Okay, those need to go with the... What did I have everybody working on back here? Oh, they finished the thermal cores, so. What spheres was I using most? I was using legendary ones. I got 700 of those. I got 700 of these. Yeah, I'm probably good for now on spheres. Energy shotgun. I don't even have the ammo for those unlocked. Eventually, I'm going to need to make some of these like talismans and stuff because they help raise defense against specific damage types. Let's see. I want to get this, but I can't even, I don't even have the ability to get the materials for it yet. Was there a saddle I was saving up for? I can't remember. Yafia's shotgun. I mean, I'm tempted. But I don't even know if I'll be using her or not. Oh, hold on. I think... No, I got that saddle. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go on my bathroom break. I'll be right back. I'm back. Looks like there's an ad in a couple minutes. Ugh. Sorry. Something in my eye. Dang. Woo. All right, I think 15,000 is probably enough Paldium for now. Yeah. I'm gonna let this bird take a break. Let's do my rounds of the bases to pick up all my items. All right. Okay. Drop this stuff off. Grab all my farming goods. All right. Are we good? Are ads done? Nope, don't do that. All right. Maybe I should put another mine here. put it back here. Okay, let's see some of the new stuff I caught. I'll do some condensing later. Probably fine for now. Okay, back to Fabric. I am going to have to probably end the stream at as close to 5 as I can get. Okay, so I was here. Guess I want to go over here then. I also want to go here because I need to start the next tower quest too. Guess I got out of range. That's nice. Ooh. Okay. It's like a cliffside colony. That's cool. What up, guy? Fabric researcher. Research about the calamity. He was personally appointed by Lord Bjorn himself. Okay. Okay. So big calamity destroyed the world, and now it's happening again. Got it. Sure, I'll help. I can help with your research. Search for clues. Oh, let's not fly into the mountain, shall we? Oh, there's the eagle statue. That's what I want. Excellent. All right, so there's apparently a boss in a cave over there. But where is the cave? It's over here. Let's do it.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
Got real lucky there. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh, goodness. What's the guy yelling at Tizzy? What?
Yeah. Oh.
We take an atom bomb out for a spin.
Oh.
I'll let them take care of business for me.
Oh. Yeah.
Just give it a second.
Wah.
Poison killed him. Nice.
What? Yoy.
See, the reality is, if I'm gonna have the a pal with the implode skill, I probably also need to have a Lylene in my party to revive them.
Yeah.
Here we go. He missed. I can't believe that happened. Not a big fan of the smell of wet dog. I'm sorry, Atom Bomb. You didn't deserve that. Give me a sec. Okay. Back to it.
Yeah. Hup.
There we go. Oh, I never found the boss. Like this boss. Where is it? Is it down below? Oh yeah, there's a cave entrance here that I didn't find. Whoops. Oh, there it is. Are you kidding me? Out of my way. Couple of cheeky little headshots. Oh, I have to reload. Woo! I missed. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all. Me mog. Okay. Looks like I need to go up to the top of the shelf for this one. Oh, this one's a arena. A nightmare? Okay, I actually have one of those. So we should be able to do this pretty easily. Sorry. Oh, why are there 3 of them? So why did the screen just get all blurry? Back in there. Stay. Good. Excellent. Okay. I guess I'll hit this. And then I probably need to make my way to this eagle statue and probably go back to my base to drop off stuff, and I'll probably end stream there. I didn't think I'd get to all of Faybreak, but I got pretty distracted catching pals in the beginning. It is, you know, a pretty important part of the game, though. Oh, there he is. Hello. Woo! Hello. Did you guys see that? It was a freaking great fight. Short, but whoop, he's still here. Okay, the fight has become less good because he's not cooperating. That's better. That's better. My computer's kind of lagging too, so. Oh, there's an eagle statue over here on the beach, it looks like. So we're actually going to go over there. I really like the design of Fabric. Just all looks really cool. Oh, goodness. Oh. Wandering Merchant Charm. Interesting. I don't know what that does. Blaze how? There we go. By the by, where's that treasure? Oh, it's right up near my base, actually. We'll go and get that first. Oh, wait. We'll get this. Whew. Do I have room for it? Maybe. Excuse me. My goodness. Treasure. What's this? Raise defense? Wide ranching handbook? Honestly, I could care less about this. Alright, back to base.
Yep.
Got a lot of junk to drop off here. We need to build a bigger chest there. Can I make the revival potions? must just not have the recipe unlocked. Yeah, there it is. That might be worth getting. Or I could get another saddle, I guess. Yeah, we'll do that. Almost done with the fishing. I don't know why these two are deciding to mine stone instead of sorelite, but whatever. All right, well, I think that is going to do it. Oh, my expedition is done. Excellent. I think that's going to do it for the stream. I'll be back tomorrow with Twilight Princess. So come by if you want to see that. And yeah. We're gonna go back to the cafe for a bit. What is your suggestion, Oshinas? Scoop of ice cream. Okay, I'll look it up. Scoop of ice cream. Okay. We will raid Scoop of Ice Cream. Yeah, Donathon. It looks like he's playing West of Loathing. He, she, I'm not actually sure, sorry. They are playing West of Loathing right now with some collab partners. So yeah, we will raid to them. She, okay. I will raid to her. All right. As always, be kind, be loving, be Christian, and yeah. I believe that the dawn is coming, which means that I and my cafe will be disappearing. However, we will return again when night covers the world, and a little bit of light is needed. Until then, my friends, my dear little embers, chase the dark away. God bless you all, and goodbye.